What's going on, good people? Today's intuitive reading is going to be titled, Who Are You at Your Core? Who are you at your core? I feel like that is the question right now in the energy that we're in. Who are you at your core? And has your core changed? Does your core need to change? When was the last time you looked at your core and examined your core? Does your core need maintenance? Who are you at your core? Who are you at your core? Who are you at your core? Spirit is asking, are you willing to go the distance? The distance in really seeing who you are and knowing yourself, facing your shadow. Are you willing to go the distance to face your shadow? Right? Some of us, we have some things we want to work on, we need to work on, and we haven't been working on it because we don't forgot about it. It's been compartmentalized, maybe ignored, right? So, who are you at your core? Are you willing to go the distance? Okay, come on. All right, let's get you something here. What we got here? I see you putting in the work. Keep it up. So there's you, those of you right now putting the work in. Spirit's telling you, I see you putting in the work. Keep it up. Are you staying and or doing more than you're supposed to? So while you're doing the work and you're doing a good job, are you saying and or doing more than you're supposed to? Are you out there too much? Are you overreaching, overstepping? Are you taking the clues that is being left behind? I was just talking to someone and I was telling them about reading the energy, right? Once you know the energy, how do you move accordingly? And this is kind of on point what I was talking to him about. I was like, listen, there's going to be people that you give advice to and they're just going to take your advice and they're not going to use it. There's going to be people that you give advice to, they're going to take pieces or slithers of your advice and then throw the rest away. And then there's going to be people that you give advice to and they take all your advice and everything works well. Then there's going to be people that be asking you over and over for your advice and then they don't take your advice at all, right? And you keep on in that cycle over and over and over again. And you start getting frustrated. And I asked the person, I'm like, why are you doing this to yourself, right? Like you can read energy, you read the energy, you know this individual, right? You know the energy this individual is in, right? Why do you keep going for the bait, right? Why you keep going for the bait? Why you keep biting down on that hook and now you can't get out and now you all upset, right? Don't go for the bait. If somebody don't want your energy, you can read it. Like they ain't trying to hear truth. They just looking for validation. They're looking for a cosigner, right? And if you're not a cosigner, don't cosign, right? Don't give them nothing. Don't even offer no advice. Just, be a supportive person in the sense of just listening. And I'm talking about relationships where, I ain't gonna let this person go, like your sister, maybe your brother, maybe a family member, a cousin, a close friend. Maybe it's a stranger. I don't know. You know what I mean? But this person ain't really trying to hear what you got to say, but you keep saying and doing more. So are you saying and are you doing more than you're supposed to be doing? Right? Do what you're supposed to do, and that's it. Stay in your lane. It's time to switch lanes. You see that? It's time to switch lanes. Right? That just came up. Maybe you just need to switch lanes. And I said that to the person today. I'm like, maybe you should just switch your lanes. I ain't say it like that, but I say it like this. Maybe you need to switch your lane. Slow down. Right? The speed limit isn't changed. Right? Certain areas in the world, speed limits are high and speed limits are low. Right? But they're all in between. So as you are navigating your life or in this terrain or in this situation, whatever it is, right? Maybe you need to switch lanes. Spirit said it's time to switch lanes. It's time to switch lanes, right? Switch lanes. And I'm not talking about go to the fast lane. I'm talking about slow down, right? Stop following the wrong example. Slow down, right? and stop following the wrong example, right? And it may not be in a big area in life. It might be somewhere small. Or you done seen somebody do something and then got away with it. You know what I mean? You're like, shit, I'm gonna do that too. I don't get away with it. I'm a clock out late or not clock in and say this or that or whatever the case may be. Stop following the wrong example. Sharpen your skills, right? What are your skills? This skill card done came up before. It says skill, the ability to do something well, right? Where your skills at? What are your skills? What do you have the ability to do well? Skills, right? Where we going with this, Spirit? Okay. Why do I say yes when I want to say no? That's not self-love. That's where we going at. Self-love, right? So a lot of us are saying yes. A lot of you saying yes, but you want to say no. Why you not saying no? Why you not speaking up for you? You got to speak up for you. Speak up for you, right? No, I can't do that right now. Oh, no, you know what? No. And then maybe you don't have the courage or the person can't take it no. Whatever you got to do, you just need to say no. Make up an excuse. No, I can't do that. I got to walk my dog. I thought you didn't have a dog. I just got a puppy. The moral is say no and say yes to you. Say no to them and yes to yourself. Say no to them, yes to yourself. Because you've been overworking, right? You've been overworking. Spirit say, I see you there. I see you working. Keep up the work. But are you saying and are you doing more than you're supposed to? It's time to switch lanes. Stop following the wrong example. Sharpen your skill. Do you have skill? What is your skill, right? Maybe you should need to sharpen your skills on the no skill. Because it's saying right here, why do I say yes when I want to say no? That's not self-love. That's the skill you probably need to sharpen. What else we got for them? What's one negative thought you are retiring right now? Right? What's one negative thought you're retiring right now? Right? Here's the negative thought that you need to retire. You need to retire saying yes when you want to say no. Retire that. Bong. There it is. Somebody say bong. What if your anxiety has been lying to you? All right? Maybe that's the reason why you keep saying yes, because you got that anxious anxiety, that anxious feeling. Maybe we need to do the opposite of what anxiety is telling us to do. Right? What's one area of your life where you've been expecting failure? What if you flip the script? Right? And that goes back to the anxiety. What has your anxiety been lying to you about? Where you've been expecting failure at? Expectation of failure. I'm just going to fail at this. I'm just going to give up. Right? What if your anxiety is lying to you? It is lying to you. It's lying to you so much that you expected failure in your life. You expecting failure. You are not a failure. You ain't no daggone failure. Get that out. That's another thing that you need to retire. That's another thought you need to retire. Maybe you need to retire 2 thoughts, right? The thought of, I'm just going to expect failure and that's it. And the thought of saying yes when you want to say no. You got some homework to do, ladies and gentlemen. Soul Tribe, right? What else we got for them, Spirit? What does it mean to honor your needs unapologetically? So this whole message is about you taking care of you. That's what this whole message is about. You taking care of you. You taking care of you. And I'm not talking about like paying bills and stuff like that. I'm talking about mentally and spiritually, which leads to physically, right? A feeling of joy. Thank you, Spirit. See that? Joy done came up right here. Do you even know what joy is? Right? Oh, you forgot. Joy is a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. When was the last time you felt a great pleasure and happiness? Right? For an extended period, longer than about a few minutes or 30 minutes watching your show or whatever, right? You need to build up that joy, right? By honoring your needs unapologetically. You need to relax. You need time for yourself. You need to stop. What the card said? Time to switch lanes. Slow down. You need to slow down, right? You need to stop saying and or doing more than you're supposed to, right? And here's the end of the message. At the end of the day, this is not a beating or a whooping. This is Spirit just saying, hey, I'm proud of you, right? I'm proud of you, right? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for putting in the work. Keep it up. I'm proud of you going the distance. I'm proud of you of really identifying who are you at your core. I'm proud of you. That's what Spirit is saying, wrapping it up. I'm proud of you, right? But these are the areas that you need to work on, right? And this is not something to beat you up on, but Spirit, happy with you. But these are the areas you need to work on, right? Right here. And at the end of the message right here, I'm proud of you. Yes, I am. And this is at the end right here, okay? Check in with yourself. Check in with yourself. Are you where you feel you need to be or where you should be? Check in with yourself, right? Do a check in with yourself every night. If you got to put it on your calendar, and be like, okay, calendar, all right, I plan on going to bed at midnight. So let me do my midnight check-in at 11:30, 11:45. You know what I mean? And just when I check up on myself, I'm just going to go through the day today. How was today? What are the things that I learned? What are the things I'm grateful for? What went well? What could have been better? Right? Shout yourself out. You know what I mean? Did you reach any goals? Or are you closer to any? Check in with yourself. How do you feel about this person? How do you feel about this environment? How do you feel about this job? How do you feel about this or that? Ask yourself. Check in with self. How you doing? Tell me what's been going on. Be your doctor in a sense. Check in on yourself like that. All right. So I hope this resonated with you. Who are you at your core is the title, and Spirit saying they see you. Keep up the good work. Right. But just remember, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it with someone else, because that seems to be the energy right here. Overdoing it with others, right? And lacking with yourself. All right, I ain't gonna repeat everything. All right, appreciate y'all. Hope this resonated with you, and that's all I got. Peace.